If you're working harder than ever, but failing to get the results that you're looking for, this video might just change everything. What I'm about to share, what Sourena shares with people, is that it's not about finding more hours in the day or working harder necessarily. It's not about new productivity apps or technology, right? It's about 3 invisible habits that just might be the things that are holding you back. I used to think that if I planned more, worked more, tried harder, then eventually I would just break through. And while those things are important, they're not all there is to it when you're trying to accomplish their goals. Sometimes the very things that we think are helping us move forward are actually holding us back. So in the next few minutes, we're going to explore those 3 habits that might be keeping you stuck, but more importantly, we're going to give you strategies to break free from those habits to propel you forward to your goals. So stick around, because habit number 3 is probably something you're doing right now. All of these videos are a collaboration. Sourena, who has severe cerebral palsy, has written all of this material, and I get the honor of presenting his material on camera for him. Now, here's a few words from Sourena.
Thank you, Goose, and welcome back to our channel. So here, in this video, will explain unbelievable all the story habits. Pay attention, take notes, and video records.
Hidden habit 1, misplaced blame. Right? We all blame things sometimes. Oh, this would have worked out if I had a better location, or this would have worked out if we had more time or if we had more resources. But it's very easy and instinctual to blame external forces. But the problem with blaming is you give the power away and it gives you less control over situations. Sorena's talked a lot about reality and accepting that. And that's what you need to do. Not blame other things, but accept it is the way there is, because that leads to solutions and that helps propel you forward. Sourena is a great example. He could have blamed his disability, right? No one would have ever been mad, right? He could have said, hey, I could do amazing things, but unfortunately I can't because of my disability. But instead, he stopped blaming and he accepted it, and then he found ways to work around that disability to do amazing things like this, putting out great content for you to help people all over the world. Pretty amazing, right? So again, you need to stop playing the blame game, because there will always be things. And if you do that, you become a victim and you lose control of taking action, right? So accept and deal with it. Don't blame. So shift from, why can't I, to how can I? Focus on what you can control and don't let your mind be dominated by what you can't control. But take ownership and responsibility of your circumstances and don't play the blame game. Hidden habit number 2 is going with the flow. And it's easy, right? The body likes patterns. The brain likes patterns. It likes to keep doing what we're doing, even if it's not necessarily optimal or taking us where we want to go. It's complacent, it's safe, and sometimes that's where we stay. So we just continue to go with the flow. However, going with the flow is not what's going to take you to the goals that you want to achieve. Now, Jim Rohn said, we're the average of the 5 people we hang around with most, right? And sometimes we get into these social circles, and those are the people, and we continue to just go with the flow. But what if those people aren't the optimal 5 people for you to maximize your potential and maximize your success and accomplish your goals, right? It just might not be. What if what you do on the daily basis is you got habits that you do every single day, but it's just going with the flow and it's not really moving you forward like you need to move forward, right? We look at things in our lives where sometimes we just go with the flow and we choose not to deal with obstacles. And it's pretty common, right? That difficult phone call, we don't really have to make it. Or if you have children and they're being challenging, instead of dealing with a challenge, we just hand them a phone to make sure they're quiet. Or solving problems for other people instead of helping develop them and have them solve their own problem, right? Those are things that happen all the time, right? And again, it feels safe to go with the flow. But nobody that's ever gone with the flow achieves amazing success. But it's okay. It's human nature, and that's why we have to be aware of it. And that's why Sourena's sharing this incredible information with you so that you can become aware of how dangerous the habit of going with the flow can be and how it can hamper your success. So take action. Audit your environment and your relationships. Consciously choose to be around the right people and do the right things, even if they're not in your regular flow, right? Get out of that go with the flow mentality, right? And then set boundaries for people who drain your energy. But here's what Sourena wants you to do. Write down the 5 people you spend the most time with. And then all of those 5 people, write down which ones bring you up and closer to your goals and which ones hold you back. and keep you further away from your goals. Once you've got that information, then set boundaries and figure out who you're going to spend the most time with so you spend your time more effectively and avoid going with the flow. The third hidden habit 3, is waiting instead of creating, right? We have a tendency of human beings to wait, to not always take action immediately. We wait for more money, or we wait for a better location, or we wait for the right circumstances or the right people, and we wait and we wait and we wait instead of just creating. Now, Sourena will never advise you to do things recklessly, right? You want to prepare and plan and be calculated, right? But eventually you have to create. How many of you or people that are stuck in the prep phase forever and they never seem to take action? But remember, imperfect action is better than no action at all. But again, it's our safe zone where we're not taking any risks or chances. We're just waiting and waiting and waiting and preparing and doing all those things. But the magic happens when we actually create. Now with Sourena, he's done some amazing things, written incredible books, putting out these incredible videos. He gets on stage and inspires audiences. He didn't know how to do any of those things when he started, right? So he could have waited forever hoping that somehow it would just happen or the right person would approach him, but he didn't. He got aggressive to go out and learn, work with coaches. He went and talked to a bunch of speakers who were very successful. How did you do it? What can I learn from them? Right? So while he started by waiting, he realized this isn't going to get me where I need to go, nor will it get you where you need to go. You've got to get out there and you got to create. And that comes with a mindset shift. I don't have has to shift to how can I get, right? Things don't happen to me. They happen for me. That's the mindset shift that'll help take you from waiting to creating and from victim to catalyst. So take action. Identify what you think you're missing. Research other people around you who have been successful and how they got what you're missing, and then take one small action that's going to help you figure out what that missing piece is that's going to move you forward somewhere you've been stuck, that's going to help take you closer to your goal. So again, what's one thing you've been waiting for? And now ask yourself, how can I find or create this? You have more power than you think. So here's what Sourena wants you to remember. Most people, including you, have the potential to live an amazing life and do amazing things. And the difference between you right now and the people that have already accomplished amazing things, it's not talent, luck, or circumstance. It's habits. And we talked about 3 habits that may be holding you back that you didn't even realize. So address those 3 things, right? And address those 3 habits, because when you do, that's when the magic begins to happen. So again, you don't have to wait for perfect conditions, right? You don't need permission from anybody. You don't have to have it all figured out. You just need to take control of your destiny by building one positive habit at a time.